I'm going to be very blunt with this review, and some of you might disagree, and I truly believe that I'm very much in the minority of the fan base online, but I don't really like what Gavv is doing, and I truly believe that the show can't really be saved at this point. We are literally a month away from the ending. We are literally a month away from Zetsu. This show is pretty much done, and it's going to have a bitter ending that I won't be happy with, because I don't like that Neil never thought that Buka would actually think about, I don't know, modifying himself to be immune from the mind control powers, which is dumb because if you think about it, it's why the fuck he would just not do it? He would be somehow precautious in some small minute way of okay, maybe it could get to somebody else's hands, maybe Neil has other ulterior motives, we don't know, and it makes Neil look really bad. I don't like Boca and Lizelle as probably what's going to be the final villains, because they don't feel like a true escalation of the theming of the show. They would have worked better as a second arc villains, because the first arc was still about the Granutz's world and about the dark traits, and now making the final arc fully about the dark traits, in my opinion, doesn't feel like a true escalation. I am watching Kuga, and I'm right now in the middle of the show, and there is escalation between all of the Grongis. There is this actual feeling of growth, while here it kind of feels like we're stagnant and there is no real progression, at least thematically. The entire Granut versus Human feels like something that the writer's room did to pivot away from what they actually wanted to do. It really feels like it. I don't know. And even now getting to know Nilv's true intention and true wants, and that is literally being labeled as weak and being labeled as not good enough, and his true motivation is actually to elevate the Stomach name and the Stomach family to the top. It doesn't work because he literally doesn't think, and he doesn't do stuff correctly, and he loses, and it makes him look like a bitch, which with not only seeing actual backstory and him losing, and the preview for next week's episode, I see him dying. I don't theorize, we all theorize that Nilv is the final villain. No, he's not. It's gonna be Chip. I don't know, it's gonna be Lango. I don't know, but it just doesn't work, because this entire arc threw away, in my opinion, the most important theme of the show, the driving force of the conflict, and that is family. And here's the thing, it's not oh, it doesn't work because the Jaldaks are here. It's no, it could have worked perfectly, but they weirdly emphasize the Granut versus Human situation, which in my opinion is stupid. I really think it's stupid. They could have done the Jaldaks versus the Stomachs. They could have turned the Stomach faces and make the Jaldaks heels, and they could have done something interesting with Jip. But Chip is a non-entity. Everything about the things that I don't like in this episode is the big plot of just throwing away the main theme of the show and just sticking it in some side stuff and some really good moments that, in my opinion, still don't hold the episode up that much, because it's still small little moments in the episode. But the things that I genuinely liked, words, the core quartet of the show, because I genuinely loved how they were used in this episode and how they showed us how close all four of those people are. Like Hanto and Lakia being the big brothers of Shoma and Chasika's quote-unquote bodyguards and trying to keep her safe. And yeah, I think Chasika standing up to Lango and yelling at him, yelling at the supposedly supposed to be maybe final villain of the show, made Lango look like a bitch and look like an idiot. But like, it worked for Chasika because she cares about Shoma. Not only as a friend, but as an employee. Like, that worked. That was fantastic. And when the moment came and Hanto and Lakia brought Shoma back from the Granutsu's world, like, they get to have a heart-to-heart where, like, Shoma fully kind of migrate to Earth fully, saying that he wants to stay with them. Like, that was great. That really is what's supposed to be the show about. And it's like, it's maddening for me because at the end of the day, the thing that I liked the most about the episode used the core theme of the show, and that is family, and the family you choose and not the family you were born into. It's why I fucking loved Superman. It's hope-filled, but also it's about family. It's about how good family can be. And in my opinion, a show can be badly written. I think a show can be inconsistent with its writing and very much kind of like have plot holes in it. But if it's thematically, let's say, consistent, and they don't drop the themes that much, and they stick to it, and it's presented well, and the themes are presented well, even in the badly written parts, I would still like it. It would be, in my opinion, a mediocre show, but I would like it. I would like it even more. I care about the theming of the show than the overall, like, pure meat of, like, oh, the structure of the show. I'm not a fucking writer. I'm not. But I'm someone that looks at an art in a different way than some of other reviewers. And I think Gavv is a weaker show now. Like, I still believe it's far ahead the best Rare show that we had. But it's like, right now, it could have been an S. It could have been like, oh, top tier. It could have actually, like, went on and actually, for me, be remembered as a show that I genuinely had fun watching. And it's like, man, I just wish the show would have stuck to its main theme. Because you could have the most coolest, most badass fight scenes. You could have had the most complicated and greatly written characters there are. But when your show is thematically inconsistent, you're taking people that want good thematics in their show out. I'm sorry. I'm going to be very blunt. This episode gets a D. So, what you thought about Kamen Gavv episode number 46? Comment below, let me know. I genuinely want to have a conversation with some of you. If you like the episode, please, like, explain to me. I'm genuinely interested to know what you liked about it, and really try to explain to me why you liked it, and if you think that I'm wrong about my opinions. How much opinions are opinions? It's like my opinion shouldn't matter to you. If you liked the video, please smash that like button. It would help my channel. Also, help your subscribe button achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button. Don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye!